Hey everyone, Mog here, and in front of me I've got a bunch of parts for a Fichet Moneo. People seem to enjoy a video I did reassembling the Manifoil Mark IV, so I figured I'd do something similar for this guy. Over the last couple weeks I've taken it apart, cleaned it all up, re-greased some of the parts that needed it, and so gonna try and do a little video here where, or maybe it'll end up being kind of long actually, but anyway, gonna put it back together and hopefully get this whole process on video. So gonna start by putting, as Alexander Mundy calls them, the beehives back in place, and from there we are going to be putting back the, I believe the bolt and well, actually first I need to put this guy back, then, or rather the bolt, and this guy, then the plates, levers with the spring, and then getting the back cover on, and perhaps also include putting the outer dial on as well. But, we'll see how it goes. So for now, let's just get into it. So I've already went and these beehives here look like this. Alexander showed them pretty well in his video on the Mono Commande, but I've already went and cleaned these and greased them a bit and got them back together. So to start with, I suppose I'll be putting a little bit of grease where all these are going to be spinning. And similar to when I was doing the manifoil, just being really gentle on the grease. Don't need a ton. Okay, now we should be all set here. So the springs look like that. This part right there fits in that groove here, and the other little part sticking straight up will be fitting into the part right there by the little opening by this guy. So let's get started. Okay. Okay, guess I'll need to, this is how I'd done it before. I thought I'd give it a try a slightly different way because I wondered if the way I was doing it before wasn't ideal, but that's okay. So yeah, and then once you got this pretty much in place, you need to push this little clicky mechanism in a little bit. Let's see here. This one is more stubborn than others that I've done before. Okay, there we go. And don't have the spring in a great place yet, so let's try and just, there we go. So kind of need to, there's another little bump right there. Find I need to push the spring in just a little bit. And make sure it's in the groove over here nicely. That seems pretty good. So yeah, we're pretty much all the same in that regard. There's nothing particularly special about doing this, so might end up speeding it up after this, but let's get the rest of them in. Oh, okay, so I think we've got all of these guys all set. So now I think the next step is we're gonna, I don't want to put the inner spindle in until as late as I have to, but so I think that's about now though. There's not much else to be done because the two main next steps are, I guess, putting in the bolt and the plates. And so yeah, I think we need to, can wait for that. Yeah, we'll need to put this guy in now. Oops. And before I do, I'm gonna grease this up just a little bit. And I don't think a lot is needed here, but just, again, a little bit. And there we go. And this piece here will go on after that. And I think pretty much need very little here, but just get a little so this can move smoothly under this. Okay. Let's see now. I think this can go on later. Actually not, I'm gonna keep, oh, hold on. So I need to get that in without firing the relocker. Okay, there we go. That seems good. And then I believe it's this guy goes in here, although does that go, let's see, doesn't matter related to the cover, so I think this will make life easier to put in now. Maybe a screwdriver here somewhere. Okay, I might end up loosening this later. Well, maybe not. That might actually be pretty good. But okay, so we got the bolt back in. Now, okay, now we get to kind of interesting part here. So we have this one on first. Cool, this is in the lock position, so that makes sense. And then this one will go on top of it. Oh, actually, I'm forgetting two important steps here. So first, I probably don't want to put that down there. We'll lube this up a bit since the other piece has to slide on top of it. While we're at it, do just a tiny bit here. Oh, and also, wow, a few places to be lubing up. Okay. So interestingly, when I got this lock, or when I received it, the old grease was so old and filthy that it was these plates were literally suctioned together. The lock wasn't working because you literally just couldn't slide them relative to each other. Okay, just taking a look to see what kind of area I've got grease on, but because I want a fair bit of this, these need to slide relative to each other pretty well, so okay, let's hope that does the trick. And okay, now we need this guy too. I might need to do these plates sooner, in fact, but let's give this a try. Okay, that looks good. Now we have this guy here. This is the real challenge now, is getting this little spring in. Okay, let's see here. Cool. Well, with that, I think we are looking pretty good. So let's see if I can get this cover back on. What is cool? And then this guy goes right here. Oh, I forgot a step actually. This needs to go on before the back plate. Actually, looking at some of these beehives, I actually have to. Let's see if I can. So these all need to be, I believe. Let's see. Oh, this is. I need the outer one to reset this. So the thing I'm realizing is some of these beehives are, I think, might not be in a position where they will actually be openable. Yeah, you know what? Whatever. We'll find out later. I can always redo this stuff. So that should go like this. Well, actually, looking at the markings on the plate, I think it's actually this way. So, there we go. Okay. Now for the sky. Okay, that's looking pretty good. Now we'll put in these guys and just start them with my fingers. Okay, one more, and then I think I'll tighten them and we'll put on the dials and see if I've done this all correctly, but pretty sure, feeling confident. Let's see here, I got my screwdriver. Got this bit here that I know I need to use for these screws. Very excited to see if this is working, because I was able to unlock the lock once, and then because the plates were literally stuck together, I had to take the lock apart. Just had to. What a shame. Okay, so this is all seeming pretty good. Let's see here. So now what we've got to do is move that out of our way. So we've got all the spindle components here. So these two pieces fit together like so. Got this cool little window there, I guess. I don't know. Maybe there's a reason I'll become apparent when I've got this entirely mounted, but for now this is just a little peculiar to me. But so we thread this down there. I'm going to leave that at the bottom. And now we thread this guy on the top here. And so these ridges here will fit into the dial, that inner dial mechanism like that once we've got it all in place. Okay, well, that's seeming pretty good. So with that, I'm going to put in the spline key. Fortunately, this guy goes in pretty easily. Now let's see if I can really get this guy on. Here, I'm actually going to leave this off. I don't really know how to install this properly yet, but okay. So let's see here. So here we've got, I'm on the bolt throwing position, so you can see the bolts moving, but not really because it can't. So if we turn to the first position, cool. We've got that guy set, because basically when the little, as you may have noticed from Alexander Mundy's video with the monocommande, you want the little hole part facing up to the little hole part in the plate. Okay, looking good. That one's looking good. This one, I'm not, let's see, can this go far enough? Oh, it cannot. That's unfortunate. Okay, so one, two, three, so 4, 5, and 7 are all going to be in positions that, like, I cannot actually get them open. So, okay, well, I am going to fix those, and I'll come back here and hopefully show you some footage of it working. But there it is, all put together. The problem is these beehives have a, I think there's like a, it seems like the last quarter position basically is not usable. This guy goes, yeah, they only actually work on the half, so basically if this opening part is anywhere on the left half, it's not going to be in an openable position. So this one's fine because it's already, it's a 0 set. This one though is 1 past 0, which is utterly impossible. So yeah, anyway, I'm going to cut the video here, and hopefully I'll be back with those beehives fixed. And okay, back after brief intermission. I've now fixed the honeycombs. I probably could have kept the video rolling. It wasn't too hard, fortunately. I could just take the back off, and then I was able to get in with a pick to push in the basically combination set piece of the affected honeycombs. So you can see these ones ended up at 0 sets. I reset them all as well, so these are at 0 sets. This one just has a little one. But anyway, let's see if it actually works now, because I still haven't tried that yet. So we got that guy on the first one. We got the second one. We got the third, fourth, and fifth are 0. I think I got that guy, and then I think just one click there. Okay, so they're all lining up. So now for the moment of truth. Interesting. I feel like that should have moved further. Oh, there we go. I just pushed in a little. It's a little weird without the spring motion. So pulled it in. You'll notice as part of that, all of the honeycombs reset. And now, and it opens as well. Now the real test, let's see if I can do it again, because last time I was not able to relock it. And that was my dilemma. Whoops. Okay. That one's all set. Oh, whoops, that one I didn't need to move. Same with the next one. That guy's just 2. And that guy's just 1. And do I have one of these not quite set right? I think it should be all good. There we go, and it is open again. And as you can see, they all reset. So that's great. This gives me some pretty good confidence that I have indeed put this all back together correctly. And now if I can get the bolt to lock again. Whoops. It's really hard to manipulate this without the handle on the thing, but okay, there we go. And locked again. So, yeah, there you have it. That is a Fichet Moneo all reassembled, and it would seem to be in good working order. So, yeah, if you took the time to watch, thank you so much. And if you want to learn more about this kind of lock, I'd highly recommend checking out Alexander Mundy's video where he shows you as monocommande. I'll add a link in the comments. And also, huge thanks to Alexander Mundy for the content in that video, because without it, it would have been a much bigger struggle for me to, have confidence I knew I was doing everything correctly with taking this apart and putting it back together. So, yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.